Hi everyone, welcome to our YouTube channel, and in this video we will see how to create a data analysis end-to-end project by using Python. So we will go to Kaggle and download data from there because we don't have any Excel file or we don't have data on our database. So we will directly go to Kaggle. So let's go. It is here. We will go to datasets. There are multiple datasets which you can download as per your requirement or as per your project. So we will take this one, the cost of international education. So the CSV stands for comma separated value. It means each value is separated by the comma. And we will see the number of rows and columns in our dataset. So first we will access all the rows from here. So we have total 12 columns. So we have city, country, university, program, level, duration years, tuition USD, living cost index, rent, visa fees, insurance, and exchange rate. So we will download it from here, and you can download it from the description because I have already given. So now we will go to Jupyter. It is here. So let's go. It will take some time. So wait for a while, and we are on a Jupyter notebook. And now you have to upload your data, downloaded data which you have fetched or which you have downloaded from the Kaggle. So you will click here, and so I want to do it again because I have already done it. So I will show you that how I have done it. So we have the CSV file, international education cost.csv. So I have already uploaded, so I won't upload it again. So I will copy paste it. Copy here, copy the path. Will go to the notebook which I have already created. So this is the notebook. Wait for a while because it takes some time. Now we are on our notebook. I have already created this notebook for some reason, because while creating you just need to understand your data so well, go through with the data again and again so that you can get the best understanding of your data, or you can come up with the great ideas to solve the real world problem. So that's why I have already created, and I will show you that why I have used this function, why I am using this library, and so forth. So let's go further and watch the video till the end so that you can get the best overview of the data analysis project by using Python. So we are importing these libraries. We are importing pandas, we are importing numpy, we are importing matplotlib, we are importing cbone, we are importing plotly.express. So each library is used for something else. For an example, pandas is used for data manipulation, numpy is used for numerical computation, and matplotlib.pyplot is used for visualization. Cbone again used for visualization. Plotly.express is again used for visualization. So we will be using all those libraries to create our data analysis project. So we will run this cell by either selecting this and then run it from here, or you can tap the shift plus n. So now we have given the path at right here, and we are using read.csv. Read.csv helps to read the data which we have in our data set. So we have used pd.read.csv. Then we have created a variable where all this data will be stored. So we have stored in a study variable. Now we will use study.head, which is used to print the top 5 rows from the dataset. Maybe there are thousands rows, there are 2000 rows, 10,000, 20,000, nobody knows in the starting. So we will get an overview what kind of data do we have in our dataset by uh, using this head function. So we are using study.head to print the top 5 rows. So if we want to print the bottom 5, So what will we do? We will go and write down study dot tail function. Tail function returns the bottom 5 rows. So if we run it right here, that I have using that, this is how we are using the bottom 5 rows. And if we want to print random rows, so we will use study dot sample. Sample function will return only single row, and if you want to get 5 rows, 10 rows, then enter the number you want to print right here. So I want to print 5. So now we will go and see the any random 5 rows. So we have 78 index, 197, then 96. So these are the random values we are getting from our data set. So maybe you got to know about it, what head does, what tail does, what sample does. So this is how we get to know about our data set. We are going to know more about our data set by coming up with the more functions such as the info. Info function will give us the overview of our data set, the number of rows per column we have, do we have null values in our data set or not, or the data type of the column. So we will see that country has 907 rows, there is no null value, and the type of the values are object means string, float means again the decimal numbers, integer means again the values we have, so the whole values we have. So we can see clearly the country we have values and string form, city again we have in a string form, university we have in string form, program and string form, object form again, that duration is in float form. Why it is in float form? Because maybe there is a graduation or masters or bachelor's or phd in 2 years, 3 years, 2.5 years, 3.5 years, nobody knows. So we will see in the future that what kind of values do we have in each column. So now we are going to get the statistical overview of our data by using the describe function. So describe will give us the statistical overview of our data. So that the it already have given the count, number of rows do we have by column, mean value, standard deviation, mean, 75 percentile, 50 percentile, 75 percentiles, and the maximum value we have per column. So we can see that mean value is 2.83 in duration year. It is in 16,705 in tuition USD. We can see the minimum value is 1 year in duration year, and minimum value is 0 point something in tuition USD. That's the problem. So we can see clearly that there is a problem in our data set where the value minimum value is 0 in tuition USD, which will be which we will be fixing in the future. So keep this thing in mind that we have a problem in our data. We can see that 25 percentile is to 2850 values. So you can get the statistical overview, or you can say the numerical overview of our data of the numerical columns only, not the object column or the string columns. Now we are using the save function. Save function, what it is doing here, it will return the number of rows and columns. So we are using study.save to return the number of rows and columns. So here we have 907 rows and 12 columns. And now we are using this duplicate function, like duplicated. So it what it is doing, it will figure out the number of rows, or it will give us the number of rows, duplicate rows do we have in our data set. If there is, so then it could have shown us at right here that these are the values, these are the duplicate values. So if duplicated rows were there, so we could have used the drop duplicator to remove all those rows, because it will give us the it will give the unfair result to our data set. So that's why we most of the time drop the duplicate, not the most, always drop the duplicate values from the data set. Now let's come further and we will see the is null function. What it is doing, it will help us to know number of null values do we have in our data set. We have already seen right here that we don't have any null values in our data set. We have total 907 rows by using the save function, and we can see that all the columns have 907 rows, so there is no null value, so that's why it is showing us the false every single rows and column. So if there was by chance any null value, so it would have shown us the true, and we have written the problem which we identified here, that we have zeros in our column and the minimum value of tuition USD is equal to 0. So we got it. Now we are using this function to get to know about number of, let me show you the number of zeros values we have. So we total have 103 rows where tuition USD is equal to, you can see the top 5 rows, so that is 0 0 0 0. That it is a problem because none of the country will help you to study just for free. So we will be solving this problem now. So first of all, we are replacing that 0 with the null values because it is easy to fill null values by using np.null fill and name function. So we will figure out, we will replace 0 with the none by using that replace function. So what we are doing is study tuition USD. We are taking the particular column where the value is 0. So we are taking this and putting this inside these braces, and then using that dot replace functions to replace 0 with pd dot na. So now the where the 0 was, now there will be uh, uh, null values. So we can see that here we have 0, so then again we will have the null values, na and n values. Now we are figuring out the average value by countries. For an example, we have country USA, we have country Egypt, or any countries in Africa. So there is a huge difference between the tuition fees. So that coming up with the overall average won't give us the better result. So what we are doing, first we will go with the country average. If there was not, so then we will come up with the continent wise average. So we almost have filled all those values by country, so we haven't used the continent one. If there was a requirement of continent, so first we have to create a one more column in our data set named continent. Then we could have assigned like Asia, Europe, North America, South America, so like this. So we are grouping all those countries, and then we are figuring out the mean, the average of each country by the tuition fees. And then we are filling all those nan values by the country average. So we, after doing this, we can see, wait for a while, we will come here and we will study dot as null. We run this and we use the sum function. So we will see there was 103 rows, 103 null values after replacing 0 with none values. Now we have filled none values by the country average. Now we have only 44 rows. So we will go further, and now we are replacing rest of the rows with the average of all the columns, because I found out that there were countries like Denmark, Sweden. So that was enough, because if we generally look at the tuition fees is fine. So now we are replacing those then values with the average of overall average of the column. So we have figured out the average of the tuition USD over overall column. Now we are going to fill in a global average. We have given this data into the global average variable, and then we are filling n values with the global average. Now we can see that we have, now let me first run this here. We will make one more column cell, and we will be using study dot as null dot sum. Now we have zero values in tuition USD, because we have already replaced nan or filled nan values with the global average or the column average. Now we will again use the describe function to see the minimum or the minimum value for the tuition USD. Now it was 0. First let's go up. Let me show you. That was the 0 and tuition USD minimum value, and now it is 400. So we have successfully filled 0 or replaced 0 with the average. Now we are creating a one more column right here, just to get the best overview from the data. So we are creating bins, we are creating labels as per the bins. So if something falls between 0 to 10,000, then it is low. If something falls between more than 10,000 and less than 25,000, then it's medium, so and so forth. So what we are doing, we are using pd.cut formula, cut function, and what it is doing, it will help us to create labels, or you can say the bins, as per the requirement. Because we are creating a column here, and let me show you. I have to run this and add one more cell at right here, so that I can show you that what I am saying right here. So we can say we have created this column tuition category. Now if value, it is more than 50,000 but less than 70,000, so it is extremely high. Very high is 45,000. Value must be less than 45,000 to indicate the tuition fees is very high, but value is 55,000, so the tuition fees is extremely high. The value falls between 40,000, 35,000 to 45,000, then it is very high. So we have created this column to identify or to know that the value or the tuition fees is high, low, medium, or so and so forth. Now we are using this function, we are going with the correlation. The correlation, what it does, that it identifies the relation between the each column, and the more positive value we have towards the two columns, then it is high or the best relation, the positive relation between two columns. If the value is more near to negative, then it is a negative relation. So we have duration year, then it will be the most positive one within the data set, and we have created this CMAP, that not CMAP, that we have created this label where we can identify the more the purple color we have or the burgundy color we have, it is showing that negative value, and the more it is blue, then it is showing the more positive relation between the column. So there is a leave them, because there will be the positive relation only. So we can see that high relation between the rent USD and living cost index, because there will be, if there is a living cost is high, means you are paying 20,000, not 20,000, $1,000 every single month to live there. So most probably the rent will be so high. We can see the insurance and the living cost. Again, there is a high relation between both of them. So we can identify the relation between all of them, and even we can identify the most negative relation within the data. So here we go, we have the exchange rate or the living cost index, because it doesn't make sense. So that's why now we are doing the univariate analysis. What it does at do the generally we do the like analysis with a single column. So we will be identifying the relation, not the relation, that we will be knowing more about each column by uh, with the help of visualization or so many other things. So we are using this function plt.figure. It is generally used to fix the size of this graph, that you can see right here that the graph size is this, and if I increase this by 12 to 15, then you will see the changes at right here. Now you can see that it has increased its length. So we are using this function, or we are using this line just to increase the size of the graph. Now this comes here, we are using seaborn because if we go above, so we have used seaborn as SNS. So let's come back to the graph and we will see that we are using seaborn to plot the histogram. So we are giving the data. First we have to define the data. What are data? So data is equal to study, because at the starting we have given the entire data to a study variable. Now we will take one column, that's x is equal to tuition USD, so that we can see the tuition USD is 0 to 10,000, then 10,000 to 20,000. It has already created it bins, but we have created beans or the category by our own, that between 10,000 0 to 10,000, 10,000 to 25,000, 25,000 to 45,000. So we created that, but histogram has created by its own. So I will show you why I have created that. Now we are using kd is equal to true. What is kd? Kd is that line that we are using so that we can identify the what kind of distribution we have. So the distribution we will see, then the most of the time the tuition USD falls between 0 to 10,000 rupees, and people are going for the debt only. And then we are using fill dot true because we are filling the color of these graphs, the histogram. Color we have given already color to it. Line, the line width, that what is the line width, that by default it is 1, so that if you want to increase the size of the line, so you can use this function or you can use this parameter to increase. So have we were using 3, now I have increased by 5. So let's see that it has increased the size of the sorry, so we have increased the size of the line. Why we are using this? Because we are handling the X label, Y label and title of the graph. So we have given the distribution of tuition fees, so that we are getting overview. The most of the time the values falls between 0 to 10,000. So then we can write the conclusion from this data set. Most of the people or most of the universities has a fees between 0 to 10,000 rupees. So as per that, one can know about others need, that others budget or others priority, what they want to do, what they want to have, or where they want to study. So they will get to know about it from here. Then we are finding the outliers, because it is obvious in our data set where we will see the outliers within the data. So that's completely fine. So we have either we can fix them or we can remove outliers from our data set. And sometimes we are just supposed to accept the outliers do we have in our data set, because these are the real outliers we have in our data set and those are acceptable. Again we are using the plot matplotlib just to plot the box plot to identify the outliers within the column. So now there is no value, it is the 25 percentile, it is the mean value, it is the 75 percentile. Then if values are above this point, then it is outlier. If some values are below these line, so that those are the outliers, which I will show you in the future. So we can again write down the conclusion right here, at we don't have any. By going here, we will go to this, we'll go to markdown, and we will write down we don't have any outliers in tuition USD column. So we can write down like this. Then we are going for the living cost index. So we are identifying the distribution, that how the values are falling within the data set. So I have already told you this is the line which is being used to decide the or to fix the length size of the graph. Now we are using the again seaborn dot histogram hist plot. We are using the different column right here. X is equal to living cost index. X means that we are assigning the value to the X level. So again KD plot this line, color to fill the color of this these bars. Then color, we are using the color, what kind of color we must have to our bar graphs or the histogram. And then line KWS is for the line width, that what should be the width or the width of the line. Labels, so now we can see the most of the time living cost index is between $60 to $80. So we can write down average. So we will go to this, sorry, we will go to markdown, we will use comment, and we will write down average living cost index, living cost price. Living cost is 60,000, $60, 60 USD to 80 USD. So what it is doing, it will give us the best overview, or it is helping us to know about our data set more. Because in the companies we generally go with these kind of things, that how is the distribution of our data set, why we are supposed to look at it. Reason is quite simple, because if the distribution is quite difficult, then the values are quite difficult, then the distribution is quite difficult. So that by knowing the distribution of the data set or the data, we can get to know about that average things, the highest purchasing things. Because the data is quite different, we are looking for the cost of studying abroad. But if the data was about selling one, so we could get to know about the which product is sold the most, which is sold the least, which is the most profitable profitable product which we have in our data set. So by doing that, we could have used the best overview, or we could have taken the uh, right action within the data, or we can take in our business to grow it. So now again I'm finding out the outliers within the same column. So we are using plt.box plot. Now we are using study living cost index. That was the our column to see the distribution, and now we are finding the outliers. So you can see that we have outliers at the most of the time, that as we figured out right here, the most of the values fall between 60,000 to 80,000, and values above than 100 are the outliers within the data. So either we can remove those outliers, or replace those outliers by something else as per the requirement. Now we are using the distribution of the visa fees. You can see I have already explained you everything, what it is, what this function is used for, and something else. So you can see the distribution, the visa fees falls between around $50 $50 to $180. So then you can see the most of the countries charge visa fees between this to this. So that's how you can get to know about it, about the data. And now we are finding the outlier. So we can see that we can already got to know about the outliers. We have that the few values or few countries charging around 450 USD to 500, and we can already see right here that there are only two outliers. That's how it will help us to get to know about, so that now we can see the we are using study.skew, because why we are using the skew functions to know about the distribution so well, because uh, other values are so less. It is the distribution of exchange rate. Let's take an example. Indian rupees, uh, 1 USD is equal to 85.90 Indian rupee. And there are some countries where 1 USD is equal to 45,000 their currency. So we will see that also. So now you can see there is a huge outlier, so that we can't remove it, because that's the actual data on the Google or on the in our data set. So we will see, let me show you right here, that 1 USD to INR in Iran. So you can see 1 USD is equal to 42,100 Iranian rial. So that's these are not outliers. We have to accept them. We go to know about we have outliers within the data set or within this column, and we can't do anything. Either we can't drop it, either we can't remove them or drop them. We can't replace them. We have to accept the outliers as they are, because that's the fact. That's how we sometimes work with the outliers, or we have to accept the outliers too. Now we are going to the distribution of the duration here, that number of universities are offering which duration. So we can see the most of the time the there is a huge demand for the 2 years. That is for sure the masters, so that people are pursuing the masters, and people are pursuing less the bachelors, and then again the PhD, and so on and so forth. So we got to know about it. Now we have created a function. What it is doing, we will get to know about our data set again and again. So we are using the def. Def is a keyword to define the function. We have given this name to the function. This is the parameters. We have created three parameters data frame. These are the just the names or the parameters name. We will be using them further. So we are using title is equal to f distribution of top 10, whatever the value we will be given here. So we are using px dot bar. Px means the plotly express dot bar. We are using data as df, this parameter. We are using x variable values, x column. We are using y is equal to y column, these this parameter values. And we are using text auto is equal to true, means these values will be shown at the top. I will explain you everything. Template is equal to plotly white. Color discrete sequence, the color of the bar chart. And then title is equal to title. This title, we are using it as here to give the title to the graph. We are using it to upgrade the x label, y label, and the title of our graphs. So we are using info function. Info is just a variable, and so what we are doing, we are using study country dot value count. What we are doing, we are counting the distribution of the country within the data set. Let me show you what I am saying here. I am using study country dot value counts. COUNTS counts. So it will show me the distribution. Wait for a while. So we can see the number of entries or the countries are offering the program or the the program that they are offering. So that UK is giving the 93 programs within the data, Australia 86, USA 78, Canada 76, Germany 33. So these countries have this number of universities, or you can say the programs uh, by the within the data set. So I am deleting this column or this cell here by using this, and then we can see that I have shown you that the distribution of the country, that what how many number of values they are offering. So we are using info, this the country will be there, then the country, then its counts. So we go to know about this data set so that we have visualized it, that whatever the data we have seen above, that 93 UK, that was in the data frame, but now we can see that all the data in the bar chart so that we can understand it clearly. Same thing, now we are using it for the city. Again we are using for the university, that which university is giving us the number of programs, so that we can see that the University of Washington is teaching the 6 programs. University of Sydney is teaching the 5, then so and so forth. You can read right here. Now again we are doing with the program, that which program is the most used, not the used, the most affordable or the most in demand within the data set, so that we can see that then we will write down the description or the conclusion, that which program is in the demand right now, so that we can see the most of the people are going for the computer science, so that there are 312 universities are teaching the computer science, then 82 data science, then 71 is the computer engineering. So what will we do, we will add the cell right here, we will come here, we will convert this to the markdown, we will write down computer science, computer science program is in demand. So what will we do, if any individual, be it you who is watching video right now, I, or any individual who wants to know things more, what's the demand of the what's the demand in the market, so we can, by doing this thing, they can get to know about the computer science is in demand and which country is offering the best, and then they can get to know about a lot more other things. Even let's take an example. I am just the counselor within the country. I am the counselor in India, and people are approaching me that I want to go with this thing, I want to go with this thing, which country I must go, and so forth. Then I will be suggesting by the facts that computer science is in demand, you can go for the computer science, and the university is offering the best, and the uh, teaching the best, and it is in high demand. And even you can see the Singapore is also in demand, where you can go. And by doing that we can get to know about, and if then they will be asking what is the price of studying Singapore, what the living cost and what is the visa fees. So then we can tell them this by knowing about the data. So we have done with the program. So we have done this, and now we have levels. Level means the PhD, masters, bachelor. So what is pursued the most, or which level is the most on demand. So we can see the most of the time that students are preferring the masters. So the masters in demand, again we will see the number of people are going for the masters. This is how we are doing right here. Now we are doing the bivariate analysis. What it does, bivariate analysis all about the relation between the two columns, between the country, city, what's the relation between them. As we have seen above, the correlation between the columns. So now we can see the relation between the columns, the how countries affecting the city, then city to university, so on and so forth. So we are using these columns. We will have the like combination with each column right here. First, we will go with the tuition category. How tuition category is tuition category relation with the country, how tuition category is with the city, university, program, level, duration. So we are using this iteration, or you can see the loop function, which will help us to calculate the number of values. We can see that we are giving these columns right here, 4 column in top column. So we are giving these columns to this one by one. First country will come, then all this thing will be run, all this will be run again, and then we'll print this graph. Then city will come, then again this program will run from here to here, then this chart will be, or this graph will be visualized. Then the university will come in the column, then this program will run from here to here, and then we will have this graph. So I will show you each graph one by one. So we are using this country, and we are representing only the top 10 rows which is in high in demand. So that we have UK, we have Australia, we have Germany, we have Canada, we have other countries. So these are the high in demand. Why I am using top 10? Because we have around 100 something countries, so it will be very difficult for us to represent 100 plus countries within this. So that's why I am using only the top 10 countries which is offering the most programs, or is the most in the data set. Again we are filtering the column, the top 10 rows, and we are coming here, we are using the sns.count plot. What count plotter does, it prints the columns, it prints the multiple graphs at a time. We are using this for the size of the graph. We are using count plot to print the number of columns to the one. Why we are using hue? Because there will be a relation between country and hue, country with the tuition category. So we will see, I have explained you everything about it, why we are using x-stick rotation. That is the that's the use of this. At USA is like a 45-degree tilt. So we are using rotation 45. We are using it is equal to layout just to fix them permanently. So we will see the relation between them. Why I am using the tuition category which I created right there. We will go above and I will show you again the category I created. That's the tuition category: extremely high, very high, very high, very high, low. So I created this just for something useful. Now you can see it right here. We will see the USA is offering the most high. The tuition fees is so high in USA. So we can easily calculate things right here. In UK, it's high. The tuition fees is high. In Canada, that in Canada that tuition fees is between like medium and high. Both are equivalent, so that nothing differentiates. And we can see in Australia the tuition fees is uh, high or very high, but there is no category, there is no category like low or medium. Most of the time Germany is offering the low tuition fees. You have to pay the less amount of money to pursue either computer science, data science, data analysis, business analyst, or something other levels which you want to go with, or program like the level that masters, PhD, bachelor, so that Germany is offering the less. Germany is charging the less amount of money just to give you the better education. Same with the Netherlands, it is giving you medium, means the Germany will not Germany, Netherlands will cost tuition cost will be around 10,000 to 25,000 US dollars. So we can see the relation between the again we will see the relation between city and tuition category. So the Cambridge, I think so is it is in uh, USA. I don't know about the cities, but I know the countries. Everybody know. So then we can see right here that Cambridge is offering only the high, very high, or extremely high. We can see that if you want to go to the particular nation and you want to see where the which city is offering the less or costing the less tuition fee, so we can go here. The London, UK, the huge the tuition category or the tuition fees is very high in London, so that you have to take the decision wisely. We can see the Seoul, the South Korea, that this is the South Korea city, the capital of South Korea. So you can see that it is charging low amount fees for the low tuition fees. So then we can get to know about it here. I will not explain you everything. You just need to. I will show you that each graph, and you need to evaluate things by your own, which uh, tuition category is affecting by the program, university, so on and so forth. So we can see right here that computer science, it depends that I think that the distribution is fine. That the computer science tuition fees is not that much, is not extremely high, but that's kind of low or medium or high. Nothing differentiate. The data analysis, data analytics course cost you very low, any program. Now we will come here, we will see that which costs the low masters, low fine. Bachelor will cost you same, like even it can cost you low, medium, high, very high, or extremely high. It depends on the country you are choosing. But you will get an overview that masters will cost you more or bachelor or PhD. So we can evaluate things right here that masters is of just 2 years most of the time, so it will cost you fine, it will cost you low. Now you got to know about everything right here, that we can see that the 2 years the masters, that 1 year will cost you very less, a very high, medium. You can get to know about it. Now we will see the distribution or the relation between the levels, with the levels, with these columns, with the level we have like masters, bachelors, or PhD. So that we will see which country offering you the which country is offering you the most, the bachelors, masters, or PhD. You can see right here. I will just show you because I have spoken a lot. It is more than 50 minutes I have been continuously speaking, so you just need to evaluate things by your own. If you have any doubt, just comment below and I will let you know everything, or either you can uh, connect with me on my LinkedIn. I will attach my LinkedIn ID in the description, so you can see. Even we have given the title, so you by going with the title you can get to know about which thing which has the relation. Now we are using the visualizations to know more about our data. UK is offering again the 93 which we have already seen above, but I just wanted to show you once again so that you can remember this again, because we will do the same in the future. So now I have created this function that is so useful, best. Why am I saying this? Because let me explain you first, uh, one by one, step by step, what we are doing within this function. So I am using this dev keyword to create the function, to define the function. This is the name of the function. These are the parameters. I have used this. I am using the country because I will be giving one country to it, and then the country will be selected and will be data will be filtered out on the behalf of that country, and these columns will be shown because I will show you what I am doing it right here. So I'm using sunburst. Sunburst is like the combination of multiple columns at right there, just to make you understand in a deep. So I'm using the values tuition USD, means the what I'm saying, the the relation will be with the tuition USD. I'm using the title to just give the title to the function. Um, give I'm using the title function just to give you the title to the graph. Color continuous scale just to give the color to the graphs. Template, that how my graph will be represented. Width and height for the size of the graph. So I am giving country name is equal to India, the and then this country name I am giving right here, and I am calling function right here. So what I am doing, this is the name of my function, show country sunburst, show country sunburst. So I am giving the study is my data frame, or you can say the data set, and country name which I have filtered the data by here. So I'm using the India. What I will do, I run it, wait for a file because it will take some time. Now this is the sunburst. So India is here. Now I want to study in Bangalore. I have clicked Bangalore. Now I want to go with the data science. This is now in Bangalore. I want to pursue this program, and this is the university and this is the level. So that's how we can get to know more. So if I want to change it right here, I want to go with the India to USC. So what will we do? Now it will create the another sunburst but with the same. Now you can see that I want to study in USA but in Chicago, and I want to pursue data analytics. And in the Chicago, there is a university called University of Chicago, and they are offering only masters. So I can masters in data analyst in Chicago like this. And if we hover it, then it will show the average of the tuition fees, that how much it will cost. Right? If I click it right here, then how much they are costing. So they are costing 52,400 average US dollar. So that's how you can get to know more about our data set. Now I don't like Chicago. I want to pursue in the New York because I have a lot of money. My father has a lot of money, and I want to just live the best life or to pursue the best. So I want to study the data science. I have a Columbia University which is offering the masters in data science, and it will cost me 1,40,800 US dollar. And let me show you with some other countries that have shown you with the India, USA. Now I will go with the UK. Now this is here. This is USA. I want to study in Oxford, and I want to pursue software engineering. And there is a university called University of Oxford, which is offering the masters, and it will cost me 40,000 US dollars. I don't want to study in Oxford because it is in hype, and so I want to study in London, and I want to pursue that computer engineering. Yeah, so there is a university called Imperial College, and it is offering masters with the price of 42,000 US dollars. So that's how we can get to know more about the data. Now I am using this function which is doing the which level, the average fees by the level. So that bachelor's will cost me 20,587 US dollars. Right, masters will cost you less because it is generally of 2 years, so it will cost you the less. Again, this is the distribution with the program and the tuition fees. The program will cost the average. We can see that now I have hovered it. Why I'm using this? I'm using the Plotly Express. What it is doing, it is interactive dashboards. So if we go above, and these are the I have created these graphs by using Seaborn. So then if I hover over them, so I won't be shown any kind of data, but with the Plotly Express, that's the interactive one. So if I go here, I can see machine learning. The program will be digital systems and AI will cost me 37.9 k dollar, 37,000 something dollar average fees for the this program. So that's how we will get to know about it. Now I am giving you these 4 to 5 charts, and you just need to write down that what they will do and what will be the result, what they are indicating. Comment below what each graph is doing and mention the title. This graph is doing this, then then write down the title what this graph is doing. So what I have created one more sunrest which will help you to understand deep. So I'm using these programs. I have already made you understand it that what that program is doing or what that code is doing. So same with this. So I am just want to study the data analytics. I want to do the data analytics, but I want to go for the PhD. Okay, PhD where? I have Russia, I have Hungary, I have Malaysia, I have Argentina, I have Iran, India, Algeria. So I want to do PhD in data analytics in India, and only Hyderabad is offering me. Hyderabad is a city, and this is the university, and this will cost me only 1,800 US dollars. And if we go back, and I don't want to pursue the data analytics, I want to pursue the artificial intelligence. So I will copy it right here, paste this, run this code again, and it will return me. So I want to pursue the artificial intelligence. I want to study the masters, sorry, and I want to study I have these are the countries. I want to study in Singapore, USA, Canada, Australia, Netherlands, Norway, Sweden, China. So I want to study in USA. USA only two cities are offering me, either Boston or Chicago. So I want to study in Boston, and there is a university called Harvard University, which will cost me 58,000 US dollar just to pursue the masters in artificial intelligence. That's how this function is working right here. Either we can go for the sales one, that if we have the sales data, that which product is in the demand, then which city, then which city to which location, so on and so forth. So this is how. So and then this is the chart then which you can use, or which you can understand by on which, because we I have explained you everything above. And write down the title, and write down what this function is doing and why I'm using things, and write down the conclusion, what will be the conclusion of this chart. I'm using one more. This is the same. We have to write down the title name, then write down the conclusion, what this function is doing. And if you have any doubt, comment below, or either go to my LinkedIn, which I have given below, and ask me any kind of question. I will give you reply. I will make you understand. Thanks for reading this Jupyter notebook. And before completing this thing, I just want to make you understand about, or want to give you the best ideas about why I'm doing this thing. So I will be giving this my GitHub link below, and you can see that my code, that how I have created this notebook and which function is doing what. And that I have created multiple charts by using Plotly, Plotly Express. So that you can see right here why graphs don't show on GitHub. Graphs are not saved as static output in notebook. That if I have created notebook and the graphs are in static form, means that you can't interact with them, which I create by using Seaborn or Plotly. Those those charts will be seen in your notebook, or in my Jupyter, or in my GitHub link. But the charts I have interactive charts I have created by using Plotly Express or Booking, at which will not be seen. So what you can do, you will copy my GitHub link and will go to the website called np.viewer and paste it right there, so that you can even access these charts, these beautiful charts, which will help you to understand better. Because how we were interacting, that artificial intelligence, I want to go with the artificial intelligence, but I want to study the bachelor's, and then bachelor's I want to go with the Russia where Kazan. And Kazan, this is the university which is costing me 4,500 US dollars. So these are the so beautiful interactive dashboards which you can create only by Plotly. So that's why we are supposed to, if you are giving your GitHub link to someone, ask them to access your GitHub link with the NB viewer, otherwise it will show you nothing. So thank you guys for watching this video till the end. I think so it has given you the best overview how you can create these beautiful charts, how you can make data analysis end-to-end project, or how you can contribute within the organizations to take the best ideas, or take the innovative ideas to grow the company. So thank you guys right here.